right? Take care, guys. How you doing? God bless you, my dear sister.
Tell me a little bit more about this, because I grew up in a Christian household.
Okay.
As of recently, I've kind of been like questioning that faith, that religion. But I am familiar with Muslims, so I think it might be something for me to look into, something I might be more
Absolutely.
interested in Christianity.
Absolutely, my dear sister. So, I don't know if you're aware or not, but Islam and Christianity, we have a lot in common. We do have differences, but we do have a lot in common. For instance, the commonalities we have, right? We believe in Adam. We believe in all the same prophets, right? Just the storyline is a little bit different. Do you mind if I explain to you how they're different, if that's okay with you? For instance, if you read the Old Testament, you see the story of Lot. I don't know, are you educated on the Bible or not really? Okay, cool. So if you look at the story of Lot, right? You see the story of Lot, right? He was the one who was sent to Sodom and Gomorrah. Right, so in the story of Lot, you see that Lot was known as a righteous man, right? Beloved God, and then as the story continues, then Lot ends up getting drunk, and he ends up committing adultery with his daughters, right, and impregnating them. We believe that Lot is a righteous man, but we just don't believe in the story of him impregnating his own daughters. You understand? We believe in the story of Noah as well, but in the Bible, it says Noah was a drunkard. We don't believe in these aspects of Noah, right? We believe in David as well as a great prophet, extremely wise man. But in the Bible, it talks about David being a man who would have intimacy with other man's wives and then send them off to war so he could keep their women. You know what I'm saying? We do not believe David to be like that whatsoever. We believe the differences that we have with the Christians is we believe the prophets are the role models for mankind. Right? They're the most exceptional men, and these men are the role models for mankind. So let's say, like for instance, have you ever heard of Prophet Solomon? Right? Solomon is known as the most richest man, and the man who Almighty God gave the most kingdom to on earth. There was no man that will ever be as rich and as powerful as Solomon, right? So he is an example for the rich and the powerful, how to behave if you do have that type of wealth. Because since Solomon was such a rich man, he was also known as an extremely merciful man as well. He had the ability to control the wind. He also had the ability to speak to animals. One time he was marching with his army, and there was a row of ants in front of his army. He was speaking to the ants, and the ants were telling him, "Are you guys going to crush us, right? Since you guys are walking through this way?" He said, "No, we're not." He said, "We're going to go around you," right? Showing mercy to those ants, right? Look, such a big, powerful man. If he wanted to, he could have crushed those ants and not worried about it. Does not even think about it. But obviously, Almighty God used him as an example for us that if we are rich and powerful, to not step on those who are below us. You understand? It's important for us to care for them. So we believe that Prophet Muhammad is known as the final prophet of God. Did you get the book about the Prophet Muhammad? So we believe the Prophet Muhammad is the final prophet of God, right? And he is the greatest role model for all of mankind, right? Because we believe that every single person is tested differently. For instance, if we were alive at the time of Moses, the test would be, are you going to follow Moses or are you going to go against Moses, right? Are you going to follow Moses or are you going to follow the Pharaoh, right? So those are your two options at the time. And then let's say if we were alive at the time of Jesus, are you going to follow Jesus or are you going to go against Jesus, right? So now we're living in a time of Prophet Muhammad, right? So now you have a choice, my dear sister. Are you going to go along with the prophet of your time and listen to the prophet of your time, or are you going to go against the prophet of your time? Almighty God has given you the free will to make that decision. So you choose as you please. Our job is simply to equip you guys with the knowledge in order for you guys to make the best decision possible for yourselves. You understand? You feel the energy, right? It's beautiful. Yeah. Do you know why we're feeling this energy right now? Because right now we are talking about the Most High. As we talk about the Most High, my dear sister, the Most High is talking about us as well. So as we're talking about the Most High in the congregation, the Most High is talking about us in the congregation as well. But he's talking about us in the congregation of angels. That look, my servants below are talking about me. I hear them speaking about me, and I'm speaking about them as well. Okay, my dear sister? So if you want, I remember you mentioned that you do believe that this is something that does, your soul is kind of searching and it kind of fits with Islam. Is that something that you said, my dear sister?
Pretty much along those lines, yeah. I think it would fit.
Okay, beautiful. So if you don't mind, I can share with you what the teachings of Islam are, right? And based on that, you could decipher if you are ready or not to accept Islam. Cool? So I'll go ahead and walk you through a quick story of the Prophet Muhammad and a man who asked the Prophet Muhammad, what is Islam? So I'll explain to you the 5 pillars of Islam, right? And then the 6 pillars of faith. right? So if you accept these things, then my dear sister, you are ready to accept Islam. Okay, my dear sister? Okay, so I'll go and share with you, okay? So once a man came to the Prophet of Allah, right? And he said, "Oh Prophet of Allah, what is Islam?" Right? So the Prophet of Allah said, "Islam is when you testify that there is no God but Allah." Right? And that Muhammad is the messenger and the servant of Allah, right? And that you testify that you are going to help the poor and feed the needy, right? And to pray your prayers to be grateful to the Almighty Creator, right? To fast during the holy month of Ramadan, right? And to visit the holy city of Mecca at least once in your lifetime, only if you could afford it, because we believe that Almighty God will never put a human through what they cannot handle. Everything that you are put through in your life is only you have the ability to overcome it. It's either you understand that, you have the wisdom and the knowledge to understand that, or you don't, right? But Almighty God will never put you through something that you cannot handle, or will never put you through anything that you cannot overcome. So do you agree with these 5 pillars, my dear sister? Okay, beautiful. So now I'm going to walk you through the 6 pillars of faith, right? So then the man asked the Prophet of Allah, "What is faith?" The Prophet of Allah said that faith is when you believe in Allah, you believe in His angels, you believe in His revelations, right? You believe in His messengers, right? You believe in the last day, when you will have a meeting with your Creator, the being that created you, and also the being that you will return to once again, right? And then the final one is divine destiny, meaning that everything happens is through the permission of God, and that we don't believe in accidents, including this meeting today. Do you agree with that as well, my dear sister? Well, you are ready to accept Islam, my dear sister. Would you like to become a Muslim? Okay, so what you have to do, my dear sister, so now you believe it with your heart. The next is just confess it with your tongue, right? So what is called the proclamation of faith. In Arabic, it's called the shahada, right? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to repeat some phrases in Arabic. You repeat after me, right? And then I'll translate it in English, okay? And then after that, then you will officially be a Muslim, my dear sister. And I want you to know, this is an extremely blessed journey, okay? It's an extremely blessed journey. And I'm telling you right now, this is one of the best decisions you're ever going to make in your life, okay, my dear sister? Okay, so just repeat after me, all right? Ashhadu Allah ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. I bear witness there's no God but Allah, and I bear witness the Prophet Muhammad is the prophet and servant of Allah. MashaAllah, my dear sister. Welcome to Islam, my dear sister. Welcome to Islam. I want to let you know, my dear sister, everything that you've done in your past has been forgiven. Allah is the most merciful. Allah is the most kind. Okay? So everything that you've done in your past has been forgiven. Because Allah does not believe in harming people or punishing people who didn't know what they were doing. You understand? Now you have knowledge, so now it is different. Okay, my dear sister? And now you're going to begin your journey, right? Full of knowledge, wisdom, and grace. So I just want to say, I welcome you, my dear sister. If you like, there's a club on campus too, called CSUN MSA. That you could be in touch with the different sisters as well. Okay, my dear sister? Yeah, I have a personal Instagram that if you want, you can reach out to me. It's I am the Warner. I am the Warner. And I believe CSUN MSA, they have an Instagram as well. Yeah. And obviously, if you have any questions in the future, please feel free to reach out and ask. There's no such thing as a bad question, okay? Yes. Yeah, so this is me right here. Cool? So just send me a message. That way I know it's you, because, yeah, it's a lot of people, yeah. Oh, so the thing is, as a Muslim man, I'm not allowed to shake so a woman that's not my wife, right? So as Muslim men, we're taught to preserve ourselves for our wives. So as, since we're not married, I'm not able to touch you. It's out of respect for you, and it's out of respect for my future wife as well. So, thank you, my dear sister.
Like I said, my name is Destiny.
Yes. If a sister was here, I guarantee you, the sister will be hugging you right now. Okay, my dear sister? Okay. Well, do you live in the area, by the way?
I do. I stay in the dorm.
Okay, beautiful. So what you can do is you can contact me on Instagram, and what I could do is I could introduce you to the local mosque right here. It's right down the street, right? Yeah, and then that way you could be in contact with the sisters. You know? Okay, beautiful, my dear sister. So, okay, wonderful. And then what was your name once again?
Destiny.
Destiny. Okay, that's a beautiful name.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Now your destiny has changed in a positive way.
completely.
Yeah. Do you feel the energy, by the way?
I do. Like you said, like I said, it's very powerful. It's moving, and I feel like you said, it was the right step to take.
Absolutely. And I want you to know too, this is not a sprint. It is a marathon. Okay? So this walk is between you and your creator. Okay? Everything is between you and your creator. You don't need to involve anyone else. Okay? And those books right there is going to give you enough knowledge to understand what you do need to understand. Okay? I want to give you one final book, which is called The Creation of the Universe. Okay? So it's a fantastic book, right? It basically explains how the universe was created according to the Islamic perspective. Okay? And did he give you a prayer manual as well? Okay, fantastic, my dear sister. Well, you have everything you need to start your journey. And if you have any questions in the future, feel free to ask, okay? God bless you, my dear sister. I hope you have a good one, okay?
أكاد تميز من الغيظ كلما ألقي فيها فوج سألهم خزنتها ألم يأتكم نذير قالوا بلى قد جاءنا نذير فكذبنا وقلنا ما نزل الله من شيء إن أنتم إلا في ضلال كبير وقالوا لو كنا نسمع أو نعقل ما كنا في أصحاب السعير فاعترفوا بذنبهم فسحقا لأصحاب السعير.